Hello everyone, this is your host Pratik Chauhan, and we are going to start our today's session on MLS Geo Warehouse, right? Today's session, MLS GeoWarehouse, is basically we'll be covering the how to access GeoWarehouse, what is a GeoWarehouse, right? What GeoWarehouse can provide you little differently than public records, right? GeoWarehouse access added to public records. So basically, GeoWarehouse you can access it through public records, right? And this Geo Warehouse has been provided since March 4, 2015 under the TREB public record platform, right, which enhanced the ability to search properties, property ownership, and the land registry information. If you need to find it out that like this land is registered to which person's name, you can find it with the help of Geo Warehouse. Geo Warehouse is linked to the searches you undertake in the public records. So it works simultaneously, public records and the Geo Warehouse. In addition, you'll be able to find independent search under Geo Warehouse, right, by using the name, PIN number, property identification number, instrument, plan, lot or concession. If you remember, we have also covered the lot or concession in public records. So let's see how we can access Geo Warehouse, right? In order to access Geo Warehouse, you have to click on a search properties. Once you're inside the search properties, you have to click on the public records onto the left hand side panel. Once you clicked on it, you'll find some sort of div window. Now I want you to put the address of 7 Hickory Bush, and you can see on the right hand side I can find my address, 7 Hickory Bush Avenue, Brampton, Ontario. Once you have opened this particular address, you are not able to find anything, right? How do you bring the property detail viewport? There's an option over here. You have to click over here in order to find a property detail viewport. So this is how you can bring it, the property detail viewport. And on the right hand side panel, right, you can find at the top right on the toolbar, you can find the Geo Warehouse icon. If you want, if you, yes, yes. uh, if you know the address, you can directly put that address in the Geo Warehouse and you can open it up, right? It's for everyone that has not opened the Geo Warehouse yet, right? So Geo Warehouse accessibility is through public records, right? And there are the two ways you can access Geo Warehouse. The first one is you can choose it from over here, the Geo Warehouse, or the second option is you can click it over here and get into the Geo Warehouse. So let's click over here and find the Geo Warehouse application. Once you clicked on it, it says, please be aware that continuing with this search will count against your annual allowance of 1000 Geo Warehouse reports. Click OK to proceed and cancel to exit, right? So it clearly says in an entire year, you only get 1000 accessibilities inside Geo Warehouse. And the moment you try to make a search, it will count as a one. Each and every search will count as a one. So we are saying yes to it, that we are okay to count it against our 1000 Geo Warehouse reports. Hit OK, and now it will open that page. Here you go. So the page has been opened, right? And now you can see that Geo Warehouse, it's showing the same address, 7 Hickory Bush. So I haven't entered that address, so it's linked with public record. Yes. Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you need to put any address, you have to choose search by address, Once you clicked on address, now you need to first put the postal code L6R1C4. It's under the Peel region. Okay. Street number 7. Street name Hickory Hickory Bush Avenue. Right? Search, and here you go. Right? So every year you get a 1000 reports allowance, right? It is important to note that the access to property assessment notice, which is also called PAN, on the behalf of the property owner is no longer available, right? So, however, if your clients wants to access the property access assessment notice, you can directly find it out under the MPAC's website, which is www.aboutmyproperty.ca. Let me quickly show you www.aboutmyproperty.ca. You can go there and you can find it, right, like about your property assessment notice. Right over there you have to log in. If you're new to this, you have to register, right? But this is how you can find the market trends and assess your property accordingly, right? How the assessment works. So we will cover this later on, but let's cover the geo warehouse in little deep, right? So once you have selected this property, once you have searched this property, I want you to click on a property details. Once you're opened the details, right, you can find there's an address of 7 Hickory Bush is written over there. The lot is The perimeter is 87. The area is 376 meters square, right? And this is the description. Remember, in the public record, we have a legal description. So the description is written like this, right? We'll be covering anytime soon how to read this description. What does it mean? So even if somebody gives you the description, you must be able to find it, what that house means and where is that located, right? And this is the description, and the land registry status is active on this house, right? And this house sale means this house doesn't has any problems. Yeah, so it's not disabled, or it's not under the pan mode, right? So sales history information, right? You can see 2014 has been sold to Kamla Chauhan, this house, right? Please, please, please have a seat. So we are covering Geo Warehouse today, right? Geo Warehouse is in a part of a public records, right? And you can access through public records. It linked with public records. And if you haven't covered the public records, we'll give a little brief today. Do you have your laptop handy today? Okay, that's good. So I want you to open your laptop and log into Trab, right? So we'll cover the Geo Warehouse little in deep. So in the Geo Warehouse, basically you are able to search the property ownership and the land registry information, right? So the land registry information is clearly shown, is registered to Kamla Chauhan, right? Say sold in the year of 2014, right? And the area and the registration type, all those things is mentioned over here, right? And the house owner name is mentioned over here. So let's click on an enhanced report, right? Now under the enhanced report, because this is the report you have to send it to your client. Under the enhanced report, I want you to select all of these options majorly, because under the demographics we do need to select these things like the populations, households, socio-economic, right, and the cultural, all those things we need to enable it in order to see the enhanced report properly. So hit preview, and this is the report. Look at that. At the top is my name and my company's information, right? And then my address. Basically, in your case, it should be printed your name and your address. Can you please do that with me so we can see whether you guys are able to see your report and your credentials at the top of it? Okay. Yes, under enhanced, you must see this. Yes. So let me help this gentleman. Sir, is your computer on? Okay. Password you. It opened up. But can you see your own details over there? Your like your name, your company's name. Your, you have to put the address of the company, not your home address, right? So you have to fix that part, right? And that you can fix it under the public record because it's linked with public record. You haven't entered any information Geo Warehouse, right? Right? So for that you need to fix it under public record, right? Under public record, if you'll go there, you will find a profile. Under public record, you will find right next to privacy, there is a option profile. Please change your address, change it, and put the address is 1 second. I'll put the address. 1 second. Yeah, here's the address: 2980 Drew Road. 219 is in a unit number, Mississauga, Ontario. L4T0A7. PIN number is, sorry, postal code is, yes, yes. Please go ahead under tab, under status, go under tab login. Yes. One second, let's fix this first part, right? Once it's saved successfully, let's log out. Let's close it. Let's close every single thing, right? Let's log in once again now. So go under tab login, enter the credentials. Once you're inside tab, you need to click on search properties. Under search properties, click on public records. And click on public records. I'll give it some time everyone to log in. Please let me know once it's done. So you're inside public record, right? So select Geo Warehouse at the bottom. Are you good? Should I help you out? Please. Yeah, because this training means covering the basics, right? So everyone should understand, right? And okay, yes, yes, yes. So let me help you out. So in order to access any grab login, do you have your authenticator? Just take it out. So yeah, just type grab login on a Google, and you'll find a grab user ID, PIN, and authenticator. Just 2 3 minutes. Yeah, right. Okay, please enter the information. Shoot. It's only one time. Once you understand, it's a basic step, right? Once you understand it, then you don't need to cover it again and again. Yeah. Whoever is watching online, we just need few minutes because we are helping a gentleman over here in a boardroom. So please be patient with me. Thank you. So here you go. So once you're inside this, right, you need to click on search properties. Click on search properties, and under the search properties, you find public records over here on the left hand side panel. Click on public records. Public record is a tool where you generate reports where you see the ownership of any property, right? And what's the last sold amount on a property and the realty taxes. Okay. So under public record, what you need to do, you need to enter any address. Okay. 7 Hickory Bush. Just type 7 Hickory Bush, and you will find address on the right hand side. Click over there. Right. Now you can see under the property detail viewport. This is the property detail viewport. If you don't see this page, suppose in some cases you enter address and address is over here, but you cannot see a page. What you need to do, you need to click on this button, property detail viewport, in order to bring any of the pages over here, right? So click over there, and then you can see a Geo Warehouse icon, right? This is a Geo Warehouse icon on a button. You either need to click over here or you need to click over here Geo Warehouse. Go to Geo Warehouse, right? So I'm going to click on the Geo Warehouse right If you need it, you can let me know next time. I'll bring it for you. It's turned off. Address is 7 Hickory Bush Avenue. Okay, office address. Yeah, let me show it to you. Here you go. That's the address. Whoever is watching me online, I really want you to update your profile under Geo Warehouse because it's important because if you don't do it, you are not able to search or basically you are not able to generate reports properly because at the top it will show blank which will not look nice at all. So I really want you to check it out properly. Sorry? You should put your phone number, your own phone number, cell number, right? Uh, then once you saved it, like go under my Geo Warehouse, and then you can find my profile, my account balance. Look at that account balance. If you go under my account balance, you'll find it out how many reports you have viewed or used out of your 1,000 reports, and how many is remaining, right? Payment information, you can register a card over here if you need to buy additional reports, right? Transaction history, you can check it out, how much money you have spent it, so you can claim it at the end of your year, right? Under my profile, I'm going to fix mine as well. Take 1 minute, guys. Be with me. So you have to update your public records as well as your Geo Warehouse profiling. You can upload your own picture as well. This will look really nice and makes your enhanced report a little more trendy and authenticated. Why I'm showing you these reports? Whenever you are finalizing a property for your client, it will take few minutes out of your busy time. Just print it out a report in a color, hand it over to your client. Your client will be impressed because nowadays nobody is doing it, right? So once you do little different things, your client will see the efforts that the client's real estate agent is putting into, right? And the client will be convinced at the end of the day, right? So hit save settings. One second. So no spaces in the postal code, right? It says successfully saved. Now I'm hitting home button. Let me search by address L6R 1C4 7 Hickory Bush, Hickory Bush Avenue. Hit search. Oops. Oh, I've chosen the wrong municipality, right? I have to choose Peel. Hit search. Here you go. Now I'm going to hit enhanced report. Hit preview. Look at that. Now it has all the updated information at the top. If I have my picture must be showing over here, right? So under the enhanced report, you can see couple of things, right? TerraNet is in a partner with Geo Warehouse, right? And Geo Warehouse prepared for the information, and on the left hand side you can see the address and the property identification number, which is unique for all the properties, right? And the enhanced report is printed, the date and the time. If you scroll a little down, you can see the property details, right, which we have already covered. Right now there is an option for the street view. Look at that, the street view. So you can see any drainage is powered by Google. All the pictures and the street view is powered by Google. Google is a partner with Geo Warehouse and Public Records, so it's providing all the street view and the updated pictures every year. So you can find it out. There is any drainage, is any fire brigade outlet is over. So I'm holding a left key onto my left button onto my mouse, and I'm dragging it. Yeah, exactly like that, right? So this is how you will see, and this is 2018, right? This is the house. So if you check it out properly, let me zoom in. So this is the bird view. Under the bird view, you can clearly see that this house is a second house from this corner lot, and you can see there's a back of this house is already built nicely, right? And this is a quite nice neighborhood, right? And so these are the small things you can find it out from a bird view, right? Aerial view. If you scroll a little down, right, you can find a sales history, right, which you have already seen the last time the house is sold for this price, right? And if you go a little down, you can see neighborhood sales. The neighborhood sales around that area is 655,000, 2018, right? 66 Black Oak Drive, 1719 square feet is in the area, right? And 17 Amazon is sold for 649 this year. So these are the neighborhood sales, which are the most important thing and which will convince your client. When you say something is a different thing. When you give a report, that this is a report, and your report will cover your back, right? So these are the neighborhood sales is really crucial, and you can see from 2017 the prices from 922 to drop to 6 or 7 hundred thousand dollars. The max is sold, right? 2087 square feet. This is no, yes, it's value per area, value per area. So it's not dropped that much, but you can find it out like what's the price in around that neighborhood. Whatever you're paying is right or wrong, right? Estimated, right? And if you scroll it even further down, you can find it out like the chart which clearly depicts the neighborhood index, right? How many properties have been sold at what price and which year the price is what, right? So these are the things you can clearly find it out. And if you go little down, all of those neighborhood properties which we just checked it out, this is the radius. So basically, it's just the few streets they have covered it, right? This is the hickory bush. This is the house. One second. This is the house, hickory bush, right? And they have covered the radius where the hickory bush starts and where this chipmunk crescent ends and the black oak. So this is the area, right, where they are finding getting you the neighborhood index. If you go even further down, look at that because you have seen the public record reporting as well. This is unique over here, right? Look at those pictures, and this clearly says 25 South Asian Society, right? So you can see that this society, the neighborhood is basically the South Asian, right? Middle aged, middle income, and South Asian families, right? The population of this area is 501,122, 140% of Canada, right? Households, you can find it out. Average household income, right? Most of the houses are owned, not rented in this area, right? The education is mixed. Occupation sector is little vague over here, but this is way more trendy than the public record. I'll show you the public record reporting in just 1 minute, right? This is paid. Public record reporting is free, the demographics reporting, right? I'll cover that part. So dominant market, 1,000 reports are free. After 1,000 you have to pay to Geo Warehouse, right? So you have to enroll your Visa card, credit card, and it will deduct every single time whenever you search it under Geo Warehouse. But it's worthwhile. Look at that. When you'll be giving this kind of reporting, this trendy reporting on a color printout, right? To your client will be extremely happy and willing to buy a property from you because nobody is doing it. Trust me when I'm saying nobody is doing it, nobody is doing it because nobody is even accessing a Geo Warehouse. So from there you can check it out, like what is close to them, which malls are close to them, right? Any plazas, and which community you can see. The South Asian community, the Indians community is over here, right? And So yeah, these are the things, and then there's a pie chart for age distribution with the marital status as well. How many people are married? So 60% people approximately are married, 29, 30% are single, and then separated are 6% only, right? So you do need to check it out those areas as well, households, and yeah. So these are the distributions. You can find it out even under the culture. 27% people are speaking Punjabi strictly in this area, right? And 43% of people are speaking English. Gujaratis are only 3%. So if you are finding a property for your Gujarati family and you're not living in that region, right? How you can find out whether this is the right region for them? Because they can specify you, hey, we're looking for a property because my mother is old and I want every evening my mom can go out and speak in her native language with somebody, right? So this is the not right property for a Gujarati family. This is a right property for a Punjabi family, right? So this is how you can distinguish it, right, and make your decision accordingly. So this is the enhanced report. You can hit print report and print it out. In my case, I'm going to save it as a PDF. Hit save. So this is 7 Hickory Bush Brampton Geo Warehouse and Enhanced Reporting. Click Save, and I'll show you in 1 second how does it look. Look at that. This is the Geo Warehouse reporting under the PDF. So if you don't even want to print it out, what you can do, you can create a PDF. How you can create a PDF? This is easy. Can you please follow my steps? Creating a PDF is easy. You have to go down. There's an option for print report. Click on print report. Change this printer from your regular printer to save as PDF. Can you please follow the steps with me? Check it out. Once you change it to save to PDF, hit save. It'll ask you to where to save. And wherever you're saving it, just remember the location that I'm saving under the desktop, right? So hit save and hit save, and that's all. Now it's saved properly. Now from there you, uh-huh. So hit save. Okay, so now it's asking you, it's saving under the documents. Yes. Now go under documents, Windows plus E, right? And under your documents, right? So you can attach that file and send an email to your client as well if you don't have a color printer, right? Makes sense. So this is how we can get an enhanced report from Geo Warehouse. Let me close this. Under a Geo Warehouse, this is how you can see the enhanced report. Let me quickly show this gentleman that how a public record shows a report. So if you go under public record, can you please open a public record at the same time? Just hit 7 Hickory Bush and I can show you the difference between the reporting. 7 Hickory Bush Avenue. Once you've clicked on it, 7 Hickory Bush Avenue, you can find property detail viewport. This is called a property detail viewport. Click on demographics. Look at that. This is a demographics view. And even if you want to PDR, property detail viewport, click report. I'll show you the difference. Look at that. It has my name. My picture will be displayed over here if I'll put any picture. It shows the MPAC logo. Then a property detail viewport, like complete information, properties information. If you go down, you can see the pin information where my property is located. If you go even further down, you can find a neighborhood profile. See, the neighborhood profile is from the Chipmunk. Remember, we have covered the Chipmunk Street, right? Neighborhood profile is kind of the same in terms of the area, but the display contents are completely different, right? So the display content, like, look at that. The neighborhood profile is over here, and the another neighborhood profile I'll show you. Neighborhood profile under the enhanced reporting. Look at that. It shows the comparisons, all those things automatically. Neighborhood sales. Oh, in and if I go a little down, 1 second. So it gives you little information as well, like how this community is been located at this particular region, since when is the people are coming over to Brampton, right? So all those region, all those information is giving it to you, the geo warehouse, which the public record is not, right? So if I'll go down, look at that. Then it gives you the different share of populations by age, right? All those pie charts are clearly mentioned, but the explanation is not as trendy as Geo Warehouse. So I recommend you should know how to use public record and the Geo Warehouse at the same time, but go for Geo Warehouse. Whenever you're handing a report to your client, it should look trendy. It should look that you have worked on something, and this is the one of the best results you can take it out from this property, right? So these are the things, like, I recommend you go for it every single time. And if you click on demographics, you can find out just the demographics over here, right? The male, female, all that stuff is over here. So Geo Warehouse Store, click on Geo Warehouse Store, right? And you can find a parcel register, instrument image, plan image. Those are the reportings, the reports you can download it from Geo Warehouse. Those are the paid reports, right? The parcel register, basically that's a title record containing the property description as well as a list of the active registered instruments for the subject property within the land registration system of Ontario, right? So you can purchase those kind of reports if you need to, right? And the different prices are for the different reportings inside it, right? So you can purchase it from over here. Under public record, let me close this. You can buy reports from over here. So suppose if your client asks, hey, I need to know the floor square footage, not the house square footage. Basically, the house square footage is from the front lawn to the back and ending, right, where your fence ends. So if your client asks, like, I know the house is 2,900 square feet, the entire house, including the front and the back. I just need to know how much is a floor. Which report you will download? You will download this report, residential floor area report. You have to click on this and shopping cart. Look at that. So the reporting, this is the ARN number, which is unique for this property, is a 7 Hickory Bush Avenue, Brampton, Ontario. And the moment you check out, it'll ask you for your credit card and it'll give you the report right away, no delays, right? So these are the reportings you need to buy, right? If you need to buy a comparable report, AVM residential comparable report, you can buy it from over here. AVM enhanced residential report, you can buy it over here. These are the like the enhanced reports what I'm talking about. You have to pay under Geo Warehouse. The first 1,000 reports are free, right? So you should know how to save money, right? Instead of burning money, if your client really asks for it, I need enhanced reporting, right? So instead of buying it from public record, because under public record is not free, but under Geo Warehouse, the first 1,000 reports are free. So take it from Geo Warehouse until you're not reached to 1,000 reports quota for your entire year, right? So if you even go down, you can find a Geo Warehouse residential detailed report level 1, right? This is a $6, right? And this include a basement total area as well, basement finished area as well, garage type, garage spaces, right? So small things which a normal reporting does not cover, right? So you should know where to download and which report to download, right? Instead of burning money. So $6 can give you these many contents information. Year build zoning, you can get it for free out of public records, right? If I'll go there, look at that. Let me show you one thing. If I'll go there, let me close this. Year build, right? Under public record, these informations are free. But if you ask me, Pratik, can you please tell me about the basement? The floor area of the basement, then I'll say, okay, you need to go under Geo Warehouse, spend $6. This will give you the basement finished area and the basement total area, right? Because houses, the basements are not finished under garage, right? So the basement total area and the finish area is different, right? So you need to buy this kind of a reporting which can provide you the detailed about the basements and the property, right? So we'll cover the reportings as we are going to move forward, right? And I will help you down. So suppose if you are going to buy a property for your client and you need any help down the lane, so we can discuss that property over here, right? So you should know which report you should buy, right? And provide it over to client. 5, 10, 15, $20 reporting will not hurt you much, right? Securing a client is a big thing. So you have to provide right tools with the help of the Geo Warehouse and get the right results, right? So this is a little about Geo Warehouse, how to use Geo Warehouse. This is the old Geo Warehouse. If you need to go to the new Geo Warehouse, click on a new Geo Warehouse at the top of it, right? This is completely new version of the Geo Warehouse. Look at that. Isn't it cool, right? So this Geo Warehouse, now let me search the same property, L6R1C4. Now it shows that property from a aerial view, right? You can change a view, a map view, map standard road view. This is aerial view, enhanced aerial view. Look at that. So you can change it and you can, before even going over there, you can check it out like couple of different things, right? About that property, what's right, what's wrong. You can click on a street view and let me put this person over here, right? And this is a property under the street view. So you can even search comparables. Click on comparables, right? And let me just, because okay, this looks nice. And comparables means sold within 6 months. This is the area I have selected. I can even increase this radius. Let me increase it to this level. This is Dixie. This is Peter Robertson. This is Bovade. This is Sandalwood. This is Bramley. This is Fern Forest, and this is Bramley. Okay. Now 6 months property type all from 0 to 250,000. So I'm leaving it open 0 to 100 acres, right? Radius is this. Let me find comparables. Look at that. The average price is 597,000. Median is 640. Max is 930. So this is the window they have given it to you for this kind of a property. Click on sale once, twice. Now it will put it in the descending order, right? Under the descending order, you can see the last property sold in that entire region is January 19, 2018. The sale amount is $810. Lot size is 6,500 square feet, right? And per square feet is $1.23. Distance from that property is 524 meters, and this is the pin number. Property report. Let me click on a property report. Look at that. So this is the property, right? The front is 33.53. Depth is 134 by 30, because these are the things you need to compare it when you're checking it out. The property is sold at $800,000 and this is my property. Are you comparing apples with apples or oranges with apples, right? There are two things, right? So you need to compare the right size and you need to find out the upgrades in the house. Is a finished basement? How many basement is it? Is it a two entrance? Is a single entrance? Right? How many bedrooms are up there? So these are the things you need to compare it. The phased in accessed value is $590,000 and $500. So these are the phased in accessed value. We'll be covering those like in our following session, how to compare the reality taxes for each and every year, because sometimes under the MLS those informations are not right. So you should know how to find it out. And if you go a little down, you can find out this is the house. This is the house, and go even further down, you can see this house is sold to this party from 590 to 672 by 2020. This is the graph, how the phase in value is increasing and how the property taxes will be increasing in that region. This is a projection, right? And plans and the surveys, all that stuff. So this is really cool. I really want you to use public records and the use comparables. If you need to go back to your classic view of the Geo Warehouse, you have to click back to the Geo Warehouse classic view. Click back, and you can see the old view of the Geo Warehouse, right? So that's a beta version, new warehouse, right? And you can find it out any pin, property identification number, ARN, instrument or the plan, right, under the Geo Warehouse. Let's take 7-8 minutes break and we will cover rest all the topics today. Is it good? Yeah. So it'll be beneficial if you use it every single day. You're finding a property for your client, bring it into your day-to-day routine life. Find a property for your client likes it, print it out one report. It will only take one report out of 1,000 reports, right? Probably you will have like 50 clients. So even if you use 20 reports on a one client, will not hurt you much, right? So bring that report, give it to your client. Hey, I did some research and here is the reporting for you. Enhanced report, which will cover all the population and the people who are living in that area, which language they speak, right? And the comparables. You can then once you print it out, highlight the comparables. Highlight the comparables. Show them. Look at that. I did my research. And once you show your commitment towards your client will be happy and buy a property only from you. Makes sense, right? Because once you use these kind of tools in your day-to-day routine life, it will be extremely beneficial. Everyone knows how to use MLS, right? Status software. They can get the properties showed to their clients. But the main thing is how to convince your client that, because this is a major decision, buying a property, right? Everyone is not buying a property every year, right? So that's a major decision. So you have to really convince your client why this is the right property for you. Why not the another property? The new Geo Warehouse looks really nice. Look at that. It's really, really nice. Looks like you're working on a Google Maps, right? But it's powered by Google Maps. Geo Warehouse. Both are the partners. So Google Maps are providing the exact maps, and Geo Warehouse is putting the information on top of it. Are you getting the point? Are you understanding it? Like the Geo Warehouse?
GeoWarehouse, yeah. Let me try myself, then I see. Yeah. This is my first day.
Yes. Oh, it's the first day. You just joined this.
Yeah, I joined it, but I come yesterday. I have to give some forms also. And so they tell me they come tomorrow about 10 to 10. The training is there. That's why I come this time. I didn't know the time exactly. What is the time it starts?
9:30.
9:30. Every Saturday?
Every Saturday.
That's every time the new topic, right?
Yes. New topic, and we cover all the basics first. Basics are the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
When you skip basics, you cover all those top things, right? It will not give you advantage.
When I came yesterday, I just asked that I want to go the basic first, then I go the detail later.
You ask Parvinder?
When I have to show the house, what first thing is some buyer comes to me.
Yes.
What I have to do, what is my deal from him, what is the first meeting, how to talk to them. This is a business thing. Everybody knows from, you know, and but if you know the professionally some things, some technical points, that's better.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. If you know the technical points,
yeah,
because nobody uses Enhance or Geo Warehouse.
Last night I was sitting, then I see the property line or something, and I not know the Geo Warehouse. I didn't know what is that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I see the property line, municipality, the popular records.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I see that there is some definitely the very good information there.
Yeah.
But Geo Warehouse is good, right?
It's really, really good. Public record is free. You can use it as many times as
I
you.
wrote to the Toronto MLS.net, but this site is different sign here.
Sorry?
But why the Toronto MLS.net I'm using most? It's not working here.
What you have to do, you have to enter. I usually do Trab login.
Oh, Trab login.
Trab login.
Okay, okay.
And this is the option comes up.
Yeah. I use the Toronto MLS.net. Then this information is come. But their site is not working here. I don't know why. Maybe some restriction.
MLS.net.
Yeah.
Let me check it out.
Toronto MLS.net. Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
Why does not working?
It works, man. Check it out. It works. It works. We just need 5 more minutes break. Let's start.
printers also?
Um, if you need industrial printer, I can get you industrial printers.
What is industrial? Commercial
Industrial,
means?
commercial printers, yes.
Okay.
Like it's of this size, big printers. Its printing capacity is more. It's not only the toner or the drums, it's basically the rollers which pick up a printer, rotate the paper and put it out. Roller has a capacity, a normal printer you buy it from Best Buy, those are residential printers. It has a capacity to print probably 60,000, 50,000 pages. That's all. But those ones, 200,000, 300,000 pages. That's the capacity of the roller. You can buy an ink, but once the rollers are out, you have to end up either buying a new printer or you have to spend some money who can replace the rollers for you. That's expensive. I can get you the really, really good printer, same price, whatever you're buying it like from outside, like the residential printer, I'll get you the commercial printer, the same price. And once you've spent money on an ink, I'll get you the there's a company over there at Steels and Duffin. They give us a discount wholesale price, and I'll hook you up over there. They'll give you the same prices, so you can save money onto the toners.
I was even looking for an iPad for my son. You also have iPad?
iPads, no, I don't.
So the other computer you were saying is apart from Apple, you said you have is which company it is like
It's Lenovo.
Lenovo.
It's Lenovo ThinkCenter. It's a i7 and 500 GB hard drive, 14.1 inch business class model. Yeah, not heavy. It's a good one. Comes with a 1 year of antivirus as well. Windows 7 Professional. Just the license of the Windows is 180 bucks. So it's worthwhile. If you just compare the licenses, the laptop itself remains at $200, right? Because you need a this is a home grade computer, right? It has a home premium license, right? So you cannot use in the any of the organizations. Even this one is in the home base. Hello everyone. Let's start the session once again. So we have covered the Geo Warehouse, the basics of Geo Warehouse. So let's touch the web forms. Let me just show the web forms. So let's cover the web forms. How the web forms are the most effective tool when you are building a final contract agreement for a seller or a buyer, right? How to enable cookies, because for the web forms you do need to enable cookies. You do need to find your system requirements, like clearing your browser's cache. Browser settings has to be fixed in order to use web forms under treb, right? So we are just going to touch base with the web forms. We'll be also covering the how to log in from your mobile device to all the web forms, right? So logging into realtorlink.ca and finding out about your web form, creating a template, right, under a web form, right? Once the template has been created, how to create a transaction kit from a template, right, from a scratch. Then completing a web form, inserting clauses, right, saving a web form, saving to your computer and then sending it over to your clients, right? So you we are going to cover that, printing it, emailing it, deleting it. So web forms are important, and everyone should know how to use a web forms tool, right? Practicing with web forms for the residential freehold, residential condominium, and the commercial. There are three different sectors, and you should know, you should have a clear transactional kit for the residential freehold, residential condominium, and the commercial. All three kits should be defined already over there. Once you go inside that kit, you just need to enter the person's name. That's all. Boom. It should be finished, right? So we are going to cover that, and then emailing it to your lawyer, adding a lawyer, sending it over to the over to your clients. So we'll be covering that like within a few minutes. Then verifying the legal description. Now, if you know how to use public record, then only you can verify the legal description, right? Because sometimes the legal description is not right under the MLS, right? So you need to find that, and then add-on services as electronic signatures. How to use electronic signatures. If you guys are using iPads, or if you guys using the signature pads, then you can use electronic signature. You will never need to print out any document or sign it or then scan it, send it to your client. Make sense? So we'll be covering the electronic documents as well, electronic signatures. So let's cover the web forms. In order to access web forms, where you should go, how to access it. I want you to go under your tab. One second, let me open it up. Guide. So web form. In order to access the web form, you have to go under your tab. Let me log into my tab. Once you're inside your tab, you need to find on your right hand side panel, they are the web forms, right? Click on the web forms. Web Forms is an online database management system of real estate forms and contracts. Members of participating board and associations can access web forms by logging into Realtor link from any computer at any time. Tribe members can also access web forms from a status homepage. Make sense? Right? The one advantage of using web forms is its ability to integrate membership and MLS data. Logging onto the Realtor link verifies your name and your office information, which is automatically inserted into the forms you choose to generate. Means if you are accessing it through your tab, and your information, your profile is already been inserted under a tab, that your once you're finalizing any of the web forms, your information will automatically be inserted. So you don't need to retype your name or your company's name, your phone number, email ID, all that stuff will be inserted automatically, right? The property address and the legal description from the status data is also accessed through web forms and can be also populated into the forms, which will save your valuable time, right? Another advantage of using a web form is this ability to create, edit, or email agreements from your mobile device as well. So you can use web forms from your mobile, and you can create a web form for your client and send it over to your client on the go. So suppose if you're stopping for a lunch or something, you can create it on your phone, send it over to your client. You don't need to visit your office. No, the only thing you need to check it out is your email signature. Your email signature has to be there. And once you click on it, your email signature will be inserted to the web form and automatically be sent it over to your clients. Means the main criteria here is to save your time. So suppose if you're going over showing a property to your client and the client really likes it, and client said, can you send me a agreement right now? It should be ready under your mobile device. And you can say, okay, let me spend 5 minutes on it. You enter the information, boom, send it over to your client. So you don't need to go back to your office. It'll save. Sometimes you're very far away from your office. You don't have an access to a scanner, printer, all that stuff. So how you gonna use or how you gonna build the contracts? This is the one way of doing it, right? So you should know how to use it, and we'll be covering that today.
So we are on public record page, and if we have to go to the homepage back, can we go to there?
From a public record page, you cannot go back.
No, like the page where we can see all those public records, e-commerce,
No,
real land,
you cannot.
library.
You cannot.
We cannot. We
No,
have to log in
you
again.
have to log in again. That's why I logged in again, right? And yeah, this is a one way of this is a one way of uh, using web forms, right? So once you have logged in, are you guys with me? Are you guys inside web forms?
Just give me one second.
Please, please go inside web forms. Once you guys are inside, please give me a confirmation so I can go ahead with this.
Google Web Forms.
Are you guys inside web forms?
Yeah, user license. Not a user interface, but on the old versions.
Sorry,
You can say they are the new version of the web forms is available. Uh, new one, yeah.
new. New is a beta version. It's called Syria Web Forms beta version. Old one is called Web Forms Classic version. So you should know which version you're using and what where you will find the tools, right?
Transaction. Are we on the same page?
You're on the same page. I hope you have enabled all the cookies. So if you guys are on the same page, that means your cookies inside your browsers has already been enabled. And for your, if you're using a Chrome, Safari browsers, then your cookies is already enabled. Otherwise, you won't be able to see this page, right? Once you're inside this web forms, I want you to check it out. This message. This is the home page. right? And homepage clearly says when you'll find the maintenance. Means why this maintenance window is important for you. Because on Tuesday, if you really need to use web forms on the go from your mobile device, you won't be able to do that. This is Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, March 14, 2018. Means after 4 days. This is the maintenance window. Upcoming web forms and network maintenance, Tuesday, March 2018, right? So this is the maintenance window, and you should know when your web forms are not going to be available on your phone. Because if you're dependent upon the web forms, you need to build contracts and all that stuff, then this window will never be available from this time period, right? So you should either arrange your contracts or the agreements beforehand, download it, right? So you should not be stuck, right? So this is a transaction kits, right? Under the transaction kits, you can find the kit name, Jacksonville Drive, right? You enter the Jacksonville Drive information, and let me go down 1 second.
Our kit is showing zero results.
Yes, because we have created this kit before. That's why it's showing over there. You can create a new kit. Let's hit create transaction kit. Please go ahead with me. Transaction kit, and I'm giving this kit name uh, freehold, residential freehold, residential freehold kit, right? Now, once you hit residential freehold kit, it gives you an option: create transaction kit from blank, or do you want to create it from existing template kit or a transaction kit. I'm gonna say transaction kit is a Jacksonville, right? I'm not gonna create it from there. I'm gonna create it from existing template. Search a template name. I'm gonna say free buyer freehold sale, right? So I like it. Now client's name optional, right? You can enter a client's name. I'm entering my name over here, right? Now listing is optional, right? Even by address as well. Buyer freehold sale. So I'm gonna enter 7 Hickory Bush
I
Avenue.
could not find any existing template.
You couldn't able to find any existing template? You must be selecting transaction, existing transaction kit, right? Because template is standard for everybody. Right now, you have to either search it by the home or by the MLS, right? Because right now I don't know any MLS number or the address which is available on MLS, which is active. Okay, you have to understand this web form is clearly linked with the MLS. Means this web forms will take out all the information from MLS and enter the information inside your forms. So you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to type all those things. You just need to type the seller's name, sign it, done. Boom. Makes sense, right? Most of the times the user, sorry,
Buyer's name or seller? Buyer's name.
buyer's name, sorry, yeah. So create a transaction kit. So now these are the forms, the new version, December 14, the agreement purchase of sale 100 form number, schedule A, agreement of purchase of sale 105, right? Buyer representation agreement. So this is inside that kit automatically. FinTrack individual identification information record. Hit continue. Look at that. All of those fall under this. Now you have all of them. Now you can change the order as well as per your own need, right? Which form you want to put at the front, which one you put at the bottom, right? And you can edit the information, edit the form, click by clicking on this edit pencil, and look at that. I'll give you an option right away. 1 second, it's loading. Here you go. Here's a form, right? So once you enter the MLS number, right, this all information will be filled out, right? So you don't need to work on it. So this is what I mean to say. If you know how to use a tool, it will save you big time, big time. You just need to few clicks on your phone and you're done, right? So in this form you can edit any information whatever you want, and I'm talking about the agents signatures and all that stuff. So that I'm gonna show it to you how you can send it over to your client. You can print forms by clicking on this button, print forms, all of them. Hit print. 17 pages, right? Save as a PDF, whatever you want to do. I'm hitting a save, right? I'm gonna enter residential freehold, residential freehold kit. Here you go. So it's been saved. You can even hit a spelling check. Download a kit. Download read only PDF, editable PDF, editable PDF. Look at that, it's downloaded. Double click on it. It's editable. Make sense? So this is how you use web forms, right? Let me go back, right? Editor settings, done editing, hit done editing, right? So this is how you create a kit, right? You don't need to, now if you need to find clauses, right? There are different clauses, lawyers clauses, all that stuff.
Can you put some MLS number and see how that's converted?
Yeah, sure. Let me cover the clauses because we only have 5 minutes, and I wanna cover this entire topic like in an entire day. So one entire day topic, right? So I just wanna touch every single part, and in our next session we'll put the real example, the MLS number, and I wanna show you how this information is related and how you can do it from your phone.
Yeah, in the meantime, we will try on these ones.
Sorry.
In the meantime, the next week, we will try these
Oh,
ones.
definitely. I recommend use these tools. And when you're coming next week to my class, I want you to have some questions.
Yeah,
Ask me some questions. The moment you'll ask me questions, it will clarify your doubts. Okay. So under clauses, you can see you can even have a custom clauses, or you can go under the clause library. If you see the clause library, you can find out there's a numerous clauses out there, right? Look at that. Clauses for condominium, clauses for deposits, right? Payments. So you don't need to type anything. You just need to see where you can find the right clause. Sometimes the agents are hesitant. If I'll write down, will there be a spelling mistake? Will they be making a sense of a line? Will I be compliant when I'm typing this? Because agent doesn't want to fall into a problem as well, right? Because the agent types something which means something towards the agent side, then it becomes something else when the agent is sending that same document to the client side, right? So you just need to find out a right clause out of this. So suppose if you need to find a lawyer, look at that. Lease condition, lawyer's approval, view, click on view, and this is that. This offer conditional upon the approval of the terms here by the landlord's lawyer and all that stuff. Look at that. Insert the, it clearly says Later than enter the text, time, insert the date. So look at that. It's clearly mentioned. So all the clauses are over there. You just need to copy and paste it. Isn't it easy?
Yeah.
Right?
Just take that.
Most of the agents doesn't know. Most of the agents does not know how to use this. And that's not the hardest part. It's easy. You just need to know which clause you're finding it out, right? Look at that. Optional to renew appraisal. Click on that. This is the appraisal clause, right? If it does not appraise, then it's conditional. Make sense? These are the clauses you should know because these days banks are not approving the properties. Before the bank is approving a mortgage and later they are running an appraisal for that property and it says the property is not appraised at that amount. We are only giving you the loan of $500,000, right? Rest $100,000 you have to take it from your own side. And if you have put this kind of appraisal clause in the middle of it, then you can save your client's life. Otherwise, the entire deposit will go down. Make sense?
Even at the new transaction, these same properties or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
refinance, everything.
Every single thing you can put.
Complete the appraisal.
Yes. So appraisals, because banks are not approving it, right? So if you put the appraisal condition in the middle of it, you can save your client's life if the bank is not appraised it at the time of the mortgage approval, conditionally, right?
That means somebody purchased the house loan, he gets the appraisal.
Yes. So you can put the appraisal options in the middle of it, appraisal clauses in the middle of it, right? So yeah, that's all majorly. So we will cover the web forms next week. It's in a most important topic. Finding a property is a one thing, creating those web forms, creating those clauses, right? Sending those forms, agreements, contracts to your client is another part. So we have already covered how to search a property, how to find out the registry agreement, how to find out the public records and the geo warehouse reporting. Now the another end is how to build a report, how to build a agreement, how to build a contract into a web forms. So we will do it next week, 9:30 Saturday. And I hope you have enjoyed my session. Thank you so much for coming. Take care. This is your host Pratik Chauhan. I'm signing off. Take care.